Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com playing another match with Skred. I apologize, this isn't with Morton, it's just my own version, and I'm missing some of the cards that he runs in his version, but the gist of the deck is quite similar. You're still going to be trying to win with Blood Moons and Koth of the Hammer. I just decided this, in between playing on a budget rounds, and thought I'd just play a modern deck because there was a modern queue. I've been wanting to play modern, so we're going to try to get Morton on again and play some more Skred Reds. This is not a keepable hand. We have just a scrying sheets and a relic, so I'm going to have to ship this back. We do want to see, of course, a red source, so I'm going to keep it. I hate this hand, though. Our opponent also has to mulligan. Unfortunately, we are getting a little bit on the low side of the lands, but if we can just cycle away the Relic of Progenitus and then hopefully draw another land. We want to hit land drops, though. And Relic, mainboard Relic has a lot of hate right now. There is quite a few, of course, Time-O-Goyf decks going around at the moment, and I've actually seen Storm and Living End really start to pick up in popularity again. So Relic is one of those cards that just completely hoses those decks out. So let's hope for the best and see if the Relic can get the job done. So it's a Verdant Catacombs, probably a Goyf deck. We do hit our land drop, which is amazing because then it allows us to Mind Stone. And I'm sure he's going to pitch the Verdant Catacombs to go get a Overgrown Tomb, or, I mean, it could be a number of decks right now that use Verdant Catacombs. I think it's the second most popular behind Steam or Scalding Tarn. So it's going to be an Overgrown Tomb. I'm just going to go ahead and make him exile the Catacombs. There's a number of decks where the graveyard does matter, even if they're not like a Dredge or a like Living in Your Storm deck that really utilizes it. So of course, like Goyf is a deck that wants to be having a graveyard. Pride Mage is annoying. We'll Skred it though, and before he can end up sacrificing it to kill a Mind Stone. There's a Koth. Unfortunately, we are behind for getting that third turn Koth. That's the reason why you run Mind Stones in this deck. Make him exile that Pride Mage. And we'll just pass a turn. I might end up just sacking the Relic in a turn here. So good news is Skred does very well against any what we'd consider fair decks that use creatures. The decks that Skred Red does not work very well against is the combo decks that either Relic or Blood Moon do not shut down. So I don't know if I care about a Hierarch. I think I just rather... well, I could bolt off a Hierarch. You never know when... Yeah, we're going to bolt it off. It's an annoying card that... He's going to path to exile his own Noble Hierarch. Okay, that's fine. We'll get him a land. Still 2 cards for 1 card now. Or 1 card for 1 card in the land, but... and then I am going to remove graveyards. And we do get that land. So this ends up being very good. There's another land that's overkill at this point. So tap these guys. Koth. Untap. A mountain. And get in there for 4. So again, the whole point of this deck is to try to get Koth up. We're going to need some help to do that, though. Especially with Lingering Souls tokens. That's the perfect card against Koth because it adds, especially now my Relic is gone, he'll be able to hit down Koth for a number of turns. Well, there we go. That's ended up going to be perfect. It's instant speed, so I could become greedy here. Yeah, I could become very greedy here. Make sure that how do I see the newly controlled? Newly controlled, there we go, so it's that one. We will tap this to sack mines and to draw a card. There's another relic, but I can't cast... Well, we can untap the... Yeah, this will work out really good. Okay, so we'll untap a mountain. This mountain here. Just so we can tap it for a relic. And then this way we can make him get rid of the Lingering Souls. And still keep up a volcanic fallout. Now I wonder if he's deciding, hey, I need to path. Yep, he's going to path his own spirit. But now I can bolt off this spirit and still threaten to, and still keep a volcanic fallout up. So he's going to get rid of the path. And again, we could just utilize Relic, but we're not going to. So double path in his hand. Yeah, that's not what he wanted to see versus us for sure. Academy Township is nice. So he's going to attack into Koth here. And the right play is just to bolt this off. And then we'll exile the graveyard since Lingering Souls are sorcery speed. And now we'll have an ult Koth. And I really don't think there's any way he can deal with Koth here. Yeah, Siege Rhino, it's annoying, but it can't redirect damage to Koth. Now, the more lands the merrier. They all become prodigal sorcerers at this point, so we'll make an emblem, and we will shoot down the Siege Rhino before he can pump it. And we've really got him controlled out here. There is nothing in the game that can interact with emblems at the moment. I'm sure they might do that in the future. Or maybe they want emblems to always work that way. So, again, now we can actually play a mountain and kill all those. So let's do it again. So he's an anti-Liliana deck. What they run is Locks and Smiters and Lingering Souls, and then Siege Rhinos, and then it gets so much value against the Liliana decks. So I don't think there's a way he can win this. It's an ulted Koth is almost impossible for a deck like his to deal with. Yeah. So, I mean, we have great... yeah, we have a really great strategy versus him. Thundermaw Hillkite can just become Path. It's okay, though. It's still not a bad card. Chandra's Pyromaster's not bad either. Like, the cards that I don't like in this matchup are the Pyrite Spell Bombs. They're not going to do enough. Unless he brings in, like, a Core Firewalker. I'm not quite sure if he will. Rending Volley is actually pretty decent against... well... it kills Loxodon and Smiter, but it does not kill Siege Rhino, so maybe I don't need to worry about it. Molten Rain is a card that I think I can lock him out with. And then Anger seems really good against a Kitchen Finks and a Lingering Souls type deck. So we'll have the Volcanic Falls and the Angers. But maybe I do need the Thundermaw Hellkite as a finisher in here. And we can take out like a Simulacrum or a Chandra can come out. Again, Rending Volley's not bad, though. It kills Pride. Yeah, actually, Rending Volley kills enough stuff that I think that it has some merit to bring in. And we might not even care about the Volcanic Fallout as much. Chandra seems actually a bit weak in this matchup. I'm going to go down to Chandra and down a Thundermaw. And if that's the case, these Mind Stones, they can be solid Pridemate food. I'm gonna keep this as is. I'm keeping the Stormbreath Dragon in because it actually can dodges Path to Exiles, dodges Abrupt Decay, and it just, if I get a Stormbreath out, it's very hard for him to interact with in his deck. So we're going to submit this. And now this is the deck where you think that Rending Volley might actually want to be Combust because it does kill Siege Rhinos. But that's fine. We'll submit. Now this is a very good hand. We have double Rending Volley. We have a Scrying Sheets. We have a Relic. And definitely going to keep it. And he's not going to like my first turn. If he goes Noble Hierarch, I'll Skred it. Okay, we'll Skred that instead of Relic, because I don't want him like ramping into a Smiter here. Molten Rain will be nice once I find that other red source. This is also a deck that's pretty decent versus the Burn deck, as I'm sure he's running Abzan, Balos, and Kitchen Finks. So here he's probably going to take the Koth, which I don't care. I can't cast Koth in the foreseeable future. So I'm okay with that just going away. And it takes one of his mana. So it's kind of giving me a bit of a turn to establish. Yeah, I would have rather had him take any card here except for Koth. Like, it might seem good for him to take Koth here, but it just doesn't. It doesn't do anything for. Hey, that's a great draw. I bet he's getting way frustrated here. Then we'll cast the Relic. Start making him exile cards. I don't know if Birds of Paradise at this point was much of a threat, though. Again, it ramps into a Siege Rhino. With a Hierarch and a Birds of Paradise, opponents can keep really loose hands. They could keep a 2-lander. And so now he might have a land full of... oh, there we go. See, there's another Birds. So if we draw into a red source, we're going to be in great shape. That's not a red source. But at this point... I think we need to try to hit a land drop. Unfortunately, that is not a land drop. So we're in bad shape based upon missing those land drops. Especially if he goes like... I hope he goes a Loxodon and Smiter here. Not a Siege Rhino. Voice Resurgence, which I can't volley on. Volleying it's kind of bad to begin with. I can take some damage for now. Because it just becomes a 2-2. There's our snow-covered mountain. That's going to be fine, because now we're going to lock him out of... I think green and white is a little more powerful than black. If we get a Simulacrum, that'll be incredibly good. So he finds another land, but he's kind of in the same predicament he was before. Now, if I need a double volley, I can double volley, kill the voice and the... But at this point, like an Anger of the Gods is really, really good. So there's a Gaddock which we can just kill, which is fine. But this is actually more powerful. Wait, non-creature spells with converted mana cost can't be cast. So this guy's fine. Yeah, now we're in great shape. I really don't care what he has in his hand now. We have a blocker for quite a while. I mean, the Siege Rhinos can still be a bit of an issue, but we're going to get the Wormcoil Engine out. He's down to a 9 as well. Crazy. That's... We've done 2 damage to him, and he's just, what, shock twice, fetch, shock. Oh, makes you want to play burn against these type of decks, even if they have like insane amount of life gain. So now he's got the Siege Rhino mana. That is not good for us. This puts in a green and white. Yeah, green and white elemental token, so we can actually Rending Volley it just fine. I disagree with that attack. Because I am just going to block it. Oh, he's going to path that. Okay. Well, that's a Wormcoil Engine. I don't have to get path now. I wonder why he kept in the Wormcoil Engine, or the pass. Well, because I think he knows the deck list probably does have... Wormcoils. Relic's nice. I can actually... You know what? We're going to be not greedy with the Wormcoil. No, okay. This says when it just dies. So there's nothing I can do against that. Relic's nice here for future Lingering Soul. So we are going to be just chucking out the Wormcoil. Now he's got to top deck into an answer. And it's got to be a path. It's going to be a Siege Rhino, which is a pretty good top. But now he can't attack in. I could actually double. Coil's going to be very hard for him to deal with. He wants both of them to die, which... Okay, that's fine. Because they're just 4/4s, and I'm going to... Or the 5/5s. I can volley. And volley. So he's got a 3/3. Well, we'll go to end of combat here. We'll go ahead and exile cards from graveyard. And that actually worked out well because now we can activate the scrying sheets at end of turn. So we're in top deck mode, and I'm a little more powerful. Now, that gets rid of a relic. That's annoying, but at this point we don't need a relic. So this means he needs to be blocking with his birds. Yeah, he's out of cards, so we can just see if we... It's a Mind Stone, so we'll be drawing into a Mind Stone. At least we can cycle that away. And we'll do it again, and there we go. There's the mountain. Here's a Mind Stone. Another Mind Stone. So our deck is getting very efficient going through everything. And we'll attack in with the coil. Up to an 18, 18-4. Want to avoid him. There, that's perfect. Just to land. Now he's going to have to block with the birds. So we'll do a scrying sheets again. It's a Skred, and that just actually wins the game. So any lightning bolt or Skred, that's why I was wondering why he wants to attack in with everything, because we just Skred off the birds and then just kill him here. All right, so a pretty easy matchup. That's exactly what Skred Red is built for. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.